There. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm going to pull my hoop up here. And hi, everybody. So we are, I'm not done with Easter yet, and I shouldn't be yet. We still got plenty of time before Easter, right? So I'm doing another egg, but this time it was Jan Mendenhall. I'm sure many of you have seen her name. She posts all the time, and she loves doing these little, I call them hot pads, or, like maybe call it a mug rug, whatever, a hot pad. I'm going to trim this one so you can see, because right now you can't even see what I'm doing yet. But I found a picture on the internet, and I took that picture and created an embroidery design. So I searched for a coloring book drawing, and often there's tons of free coloring book drawings on the internet for teachers to print out, and they're free, and we can use them too. Usually the pictures are really, really good. I have, I think Kate posted them already, right? She posted them on our website. All right, somewhere, wherever she normally posts them, she posted them. Yeah. Resources? I don't even know. I'm on to the next thing. But see, this was the coloring book drawing. Okay, and it instantly turns into stitches, and they're really easy. You don't have to fix anything with the drawing. They come out really good. I'll show you another one that's on there. Okay, so I'm just trimming this away so you can see what I'm doing. I kind of wish I would have used a different color thread for my, so this time, and I never do this time I did put the fancy fill in the outer border, okay? So here it is. Here's another one that I did. I'll show you this picture when we get in there. So this one was another coloring book drawing, and I was really surprised that the lettering turned out so good too. So coloring book drawings have really nice sharp pictures, and so you posted them. Would they look in resources?
Yeah, so they'll go to resources and then free downloads.
Downloads.
They'll just scroll all the way to the bottom.
Okay, and they're already a JPEG, right?
Yes.
So they just put them on a flash drive. Do you think you guys know how to do that? Right click on it, save as, put a stick in your computer, right click on it, save as, and save it on the flash drive. And it's in the right language. So it's in JPEG?
Yeah. There's JPEG and there's one PNG, but it opens on the machine.
It does. Okay. Yep. PNGs and JPEGs will open. So, okay, you got that. I'll be, Peggy, thank you for mailing your affidavit. I didn't get to check and see if we received any today. I'm dying to know. Some people sent them priority mail, so I'd get them right away. So thank you. Okay, so when doing this, I usually make a list of what I need first. But today, I was like, all I was going to show you today was making the embroidery design. And I thought, you don't like that. You always like to know, what can we do with it? Like, what can we do with this one? Wouldn't this would be cute on the front of an apron? Happy Easter on for a garden flag. And as I just did this one in one color just because I was speeding through it. But, you'll want to change the colors. So you could do a garden flag, put it on a towel. There's so many different things that you could do with it. So now, did she post them on Facebook or on the GHSS website?
On the website.
On the website. Okay, so on the website. If you need us to go over that, we can go over that in the end. Oh, there's Carol. She's watching us. What are you working on today, Carol? Okay, so I usually try to make a list of what steps I need, but I was only going to show you this one, and I thought, we'll put it on an apron, and that'll be easy. But then I decided, we really like doing these ovals and the egg shapes. So it was after I created the design that I decided to turn it into one of these hot pads. And so I was all out of order, and my design is all out of order in the very end. So I thought, this would be a really good time for me to show you how I put everything in order. Okay, so it might be kind of hard because I got like 9 or 10 steps, but I think we'll be all right. Okay, so really the first thing that I want to do is the first thing that I need is to tack down my batting. But you know what? Let's just do it in the order that I did it, all mixed up, because I think you'll know how to change the order and how to fix things. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start out making our embroidery design. Then we're going to make the hot pad. Okay? All right. So I got some of it sewn out. And the last 2 steps, there's candle wicking, and then it's sewing the front to the back. And I thought, watch it, Christina, you're on a cruise? That's Steve's mom. Oh my goodness, you're on a cruise. Is it warm? It's going to get cold here. We're going to get snow tonight. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stick. So, see, I said the next cruise I go on, I want it to be just for fun and not work. And, because cruises are really, really fun, aren't they? All right, so, okay, so that is my final part of the design. Now, I'll just be right here, and Sophie, you tell me if I'm blocking their view or anything, but you think everything looks good so far, right? Okay, so I have my designs on a flash drive, okay? I'm going to put it in the machine, and then I'm going to go to a clean screen. Just want to make sure I don't, well, maybe if I'm just right here, I think I'm good, right? I'm not blocking anything, right? So I'm just going to go home and okay. Okay, so the first thing I go to is my design center. All right, the leaf with the arrow. So right next to that, I don't know what they call that. What do they call it? They call it custom patterns can be created using scanned images or image data files. That's the name of that button. So we're going to call it the leaf with the arrow. So the leaf with the arrow. Okay, and I have a line design. So I knew I wasn't scanning an image. Illustration design, I'm not sure what that even is. So I'm just going to go, I'm thinking it's a line design. It's on my flash drive, and I can see the name of my flash drive right there. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, and the one that I used it's called Egg with Fun Print. Look at how cute this one is, though. The egg with the bow. That will turn out really good. I really like that one. I'm going to do that one next. Okay, but then look for another one. Egg with flowers. That's a neat one. Okay, let's see. The egg with, well, here's that Hoppy Easter. Took it a little longer. So there's that one. And then here's my egg with fun prints. So I think it was those 4 that are in there. So first thing, press set. When you have your design. You get a little worried because it looks kind of shaky in there, but wait till you see the next picture. It'll look really good. So let it rest. I mean, it's thinking, it's deciding, and there it is. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of this stuff down here. So I'm going to just crop it out. So you can do it with your finger, click on it, and then slide that box up until that is no longer in there. Now you notice it kind of shakes around, like that's your heartbeat. It's getting your heartbeat in there. So, okay, so I slid that up, then okay. All right, now set. And I want to find this later. I'm going to need this, so let's go memory, the memory pocket at the bottom, and save it on the machine. Now, I probably have it saved on this machine like 5 or 6 times, so you'll only have it once. Okay, I had to decide, like, how do I want to sew this out? And the ones that Jan did, I wonder if she's watching today. The ones that Jan did were all just outline stitching, and I thought they looked really pretty, and I thought I would just add a little bit of fill stitching with it. So, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to line properties right here. So these buttons up here have lines underneath them, and that's how you use those buttons to tell the machine how you want them to sew out all the lines. These buttons down here all have a filled in square. So how do I want to fill in areas? Okay, so first I want to do the outline. So I'm going to click on the line properties. I triple stitch. I want to really see that stitching. So I wanted a triple stitch. Red and okay. Now we're double checking my directions. If my directions are okay, then we'll be posting these later. If they're not okay, I might have to go back and rewrite them. But I went over them twice, so I'm hoping they are okay. Now, line bucket. So I can see up here on the screen, I can see the red color and the triple stitch. So line bucket. Click on all the lines you want to sew with a triple stitch. So I'm going to just click on, oh, didn't hit anything. There, that time I did. Faintly, I can see a red line behind it, okay? At this point, it's really hard to tell what's going to sew out red. So you can go up to this top line. Oh, is the ring light on my screen, or is it okay?
Nope.
It's not on my screen. Okay, good. Okay. So I'm going to lighten the picture, and I can see better what's going to sew out red. Now, I still see a lot of things that are in black. Okay, so I decided I wanted to do these bigger circles in just straight stitch. I wasn't going to fill those in. You could fill them in if you wanted to. Okay, so I'm going to maybe darken that picture just a little bit. And then I still have my line bucket on. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to touch each one of those circles and turn them red. Like I said, it's hard to see. The lines are so faint, but if I lighten that picture, I can see. So I'm going through, okay, down here, here, and then we'll look at it again. We'll lighten the picture and we'll look at it again. I feel like I did them all. This one and this one were connected to the line, so I think they're already red. Yeah, so now all I see is the black little dots. Now I decided I wanted to fill those in. Okay, so I didn't want to do the straight stitch around them. And I kind of was nervous about that because sometimes the straight stitch doesn't match up exactly. So if I'm doing a fill stitch, I usually don't outline it with a straight stitch. Maybe that's something I'll do next. But so first thing, I don't want it to sew the straight stitch around each one of those circles. So I'm going to go in and go to line properties, no sew, okay. It's thinking, then line bucket, it's already selected. The line bucket is already selected. And now I'm going to go in with my mouse. If I try to do this with my finger, I'll touch something I don't want to touch. And I'm just going to go in and each one of those, maybe if I zoom in to 200, it'd be easier to see. So I'm going to touch each one of those and it's going to go from black to gray. It's really hard to see, but I'm getting that message saying that it recorded. So I'm going to get all of these. But when I zoomed in, there might be a couple of those dots hiding underneath. So let's zoom back out to 100 and double check that these on the ends are going to be no sew. Okay, and I think I already got that one. Okay, and okay, so now, well, my picture is already lightened. So, okay, so now I am going to go to fill properties. So down below here, fill properties, it looks like a piece of paper. And I just want the regular fill. So fill properties, I'm going to use a color that, will contrast. I'm going to go with green and okay. And now fill bucket. So there's fill bucket. And I want to click inside. I want to do every other dot. Okay, so I'm going to go here, click on it. Maybe I'll zoom in again so you can see better. So that one's hidden now, but here, so every other dot, and see that picture is so good that like there's no holes in it. So these pictures, these coloring book drawings are really easy to use. Okay, I'm going to click on my hand tool, which we call our pan button, and then I'm going to, oh, I don't have to do that one. Okay, now take a look. And I don't know why this happened. I don't know why, but my lines are no longer red. See how they're red here? And something I did, I must have touched on something, but this happened to me each time. And so first thing, let's fill in the dots, and then let's go back and put the red in. Okay, so I'm gonna go every other one. So maybe I'll do the first one here. Oh, line fill bucket. My fill bucket isn't on. So click on fill bucket, and then inside every other dot. Click the hand tool, also known as pan, and then I'll get this one. Oh, I know fill bucket is on, so I have to click on fill bucket and click inside again. Okay, now I'm going to go to fill properties again because I want to change my thread color, and I'm going to go with blue, or let's see, let's go yellow, and okay. And then click inside the rest of the dots. So make sure your fill bucket is on. And when you zoom in, you might be able to use your finger. You know what, I better not. I'm just going to go and click inside each one of the rest of the dots and fill them in. So everywhere, so every other one. Oh, fill bucket isn't on. Remember, I panned and that turned that fill bucket off. There. Let's get this one here. I'll pan again, so make sure I see them all. Oh, there's a couple more. So fill bucket again, turn that back on. And there. Okay, so same token. I'm not going to change mine, but at this point, I could have I could have filled in more. You could fill in whatever you want. So, okay, now, but I'm noticing they're not red anymore. So I'm going to go up to line properties. See, I was at no sew. So I'm going to do triple stitch, red, and okay. So when I had no sew on, I must have touched a line that I shouldn't have, because I don't see any. The only reds I see are these circles. So I'm going to go line bucket, click on the line to turn it red. Now they're red. Okay, so you know now that if you want to, and I'd love to see you do this, if you want to fill in more areas, you could, at this point, you could go to fill properties. We could just do the regular fill, or even put a fancy fill inside. Oh, you could. So we never use these. So let's say I'll keep that regular fill. I could pick a different color, use the same color, whatever. Like here, we'll get a pink. This isn't in my instructions. I'm just showing you that at this point you could fill in more areas. So there, filled. I could fill some of these in, and it's going to stitch them out. So here, I don't want those. Undo and undo. So I'm hoping you take my pictures and you do more with them. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. So now click on next. Okay, now I did not do this with mine, and I was disappointed. Oh, look at this up here. Do you see the black there? Let's zoom in on that. So look around. See, I still have the black satin stitch. So I'm going to return. I'm going to go to line properties, no sew. Remember, that was a no sew. I must not have clicked on that one. No sew, okay. Go there. I think I better zoom in. So zoom in. Click on that one. It was the second one in. And click on it. And there. Now we'll click on next and see. So okay. So let's fix it another way. So today is about fixing things. That's what I should have called it. So I'm going to press the select. And you can see it's on yellow, okay, and it's on the green. I can see the little box. I wish we could zoom in a little farther. So there's the green. I can see the box around that one. Another green, yellow. I'm waiting for it to find that black satin stitch. That's all we need. We don't even have to watch it go. Just look for the black satin stitch. There it is, black satin stitch. There it is, the only one. I don't want it like that. I'm going to click on that picture of the satin stitch. Okay, click on the satin stitch. Change it to, oh, look at this. I can't do a no-sew at this point. Look at no-sew. So I can't fix that one here. I'd have to return and try again. Let's try it. Okay, so it was this one, and it needs to be a no-sew. I think if I zoom in, and then I pan, and I go over to it, it was the second one in. So it is this one right here, that yellow one. And I'm going to select line properties. I'm already on no-sew, okay. Line bucket. Then click on that one and make it a no-sew. You saw just a slight change there. Now we'll click on next. Hopefully I won't have that. No, I don't have the black satin stitch anymore. So that's how you fix that. If you go to the next step and there is like a little blob of black, you go back, you return, and you erase that. You go back and you change it. So I had to change it to a no-sew. Okay, so let me see where I am. Okay. So here's where I make my changes. And it really doesn't look bad, but I like my stitch length to be a little bit longer. I'm going to get this one, and because I forgot to do it on this one, and I'm going to just put this one up to the screen. And it's just, I don't like the stitch length that short. I just like it a little bit longer. So I would go in, and we're going to click on the select button until we see the straight stitch in the window. And it's going to take a bunch of clicks because I have all those dots to get through. Okay, there's the straight stitch. I want to link them all together. I want it to change all the straight stitches at once. Link them together, and then I just bumped this up by 4. So I clicked on it and went 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just going to make it a little longer. Okay. And it's going to change all of them at once. Every single one of the straight stitches. Now, so I'm forgetting what that button does. Undersewing. We don't need well, it's going to do it anyhow. Undersewing means it's going to sew around twice. Let's leave it on. Let's leave it on. Okay. So now set. Okay, make sure I'm on the right page here. Okay, set. Okay. Memory. Save on the machine. Okay, so we designed our egg. We could go to embroidery and we could sew this out. So at this point, I decided that I wanted to do the hot pad like we always do. You know, I like projects that I can do all in the hoop because then my stitching looks so perfect. So, okay, now I need to know how big that outer egg is. I know I have an egg in IQ Designer, but then I would have had to really match it up. And then I remembered, I go into edit, and you pick the flower. Now with that is called outline extraction. So that's the flower button right here, outline extraction. Click on that and you'll see a black line form. Okay, distance, how far away do I want that line to be from my egg? I want it right there, right at the edge of the egg. So I'm not going to change the distance. So I'm going to press the button down here. And it's saying recall from my design center stamp pattern list. Okay, so that you have to remember that. You don't recall it from the machine's memory. We have to go into stamps and then look for the flower. So we'll be doing that. So, okay. Okay, so I have the outer, the outside of this egg. Okay, so what do I need? First thing I need to do is I need to tack down my batting. Okay, and I like to make my batting and my outer border 3 inches bigger than the inner so that there'll be 1.5 inch border all the way around. Okay, so I don't need this right now. So I'm just to be sure, I'm going to press memory and save on the machine. Okay, because I'm going to go to a clean screen. I'm going to go to home. Okay, my design center. Okay, I need that egg. Where is it? It's in shapes. Shapes, the flower. Give it a second to think. Now you can see how many times I've saved it. But go to the last one it put in, which will be the very first one. Select that one. Okay. So there's my egg. Still don't know how big it is. So you have to press size. Okay. And, you know, here's me. I would normally write that down or take a picture. And because I know that I want it to be 3 inches wider and 3 inches taller. So that will make 1.5 inch border all the way around. So I have that one already. Okay, that's saved in shapes. This one I could just go in and save it. Okay, so I'm going to go to my keypad. I'm going to add 3 inches. So that's going to be 13.06. Set. I'm going to add 3 inches to the width. So that's going to be 10.75 set. Okay, so that's going to be my tack down for my batting. All right, so let's say okay. And for now, let's save that. Okay, so save
Someone
on the
is
machine.
asking, how do we delete the saved stamps or outlines?
Oh, okay. So if you have a bunch of them in there, so if I go to go in my shapes, and okay, so here's my stamps. Okay, now if I select one, like let's go here. Oh, I don't see, I thought I'd see a delete button. So I am not sure. I'll have to find out. I'll have to find out. I thought I'd see a delete button once I selected it, but I don't see one. I wonder if I'd select another one. No. So I'll have to find that out. Okay. I guess I've never filled up the whole machine. It'll hold a lot. Okay. Now remember, this is the outer of the egg, right? We saved it, right? I can't remember whether I saved it, so I'm going to do it again. Save and save on the machine. Now, it's easiest if you make your batting a little bit smaller than the outside of the egg. You know, we like to make the batting a little smaller, so then our seam is really easy to turn. So let's do that. So we need to select it, though. So you can't do anything with this unless it's selected. So I'm going to press my select button down here at the bottom. Okay, it's got a square, a dotted square. I'm going to go to my magic wand button. Select my egg, go to size, and I did this before, and all I did was go down one size. So right now it's at 13.04. I'm going to select the button with 4 arrows pointing in. Let's press it once, and nothing happened. Maybe I better press it again. Is it changing the size? Let me see. You know, I wouldn't 13. Oh my goodness! It's okay. So it went down to 1303. Here, let's press it again. 1302. We're just gonna make it a little. Let's just go down to 13. So we're just changing it a little bit. Okay. So that is my smaller egg. I will never need it again. I only need it to tack down my batting. Okay. So I'm not even going to save it. I just made it a little bit smaller so it won't be in the seam, and then my seams will be hard to turn. So I'll just say, okay, now I want to turn this into a straight stitch. So I'm going to go to line properties, straight stitch, red, Okay. Line bucket. Click on the egg to turn it red. So now it's going to do the straight stitch. I have to go all the way into embroidery. So I have to go next, set, okay. All right, so that's my batting. Next thing I need is I need to tack down my fabric, my inner, I have a violet, a light purple fairy frost here. So I need to tack that down. That will be the smaller egg. Where is the smaller egg saved? It's saved in shapes. So add My Design Center or IQ Designer, shapes, the flower, the inner egg, okay. So there's my inner egg, okay. How do I want it to sew it? I want it to tack down my fabric, so I just want it to be a straight stitch. So let's go in and go to Line Properties, Straight Stitch. Oh, we'll just pick green, okay. Line Bucket, click on the line to turn it green. Next. I could have saved it. Maybe I should save it right now. Okay, so save. So remember, the green one is the smaller one. So save it on the machine. And I'm going to jot that in my notes. So right now, the green egg is smaller. Okay. Now, okay, so it's just to tack down the fabric, so I don't need to worry about it. You know, what the stitch length is or however many times it's going around. So set, okay. Okay, so I have my bigger egg and the smaller egg. So what do I need now? I need, my fabric has been tacked down. I need my egg. Okay, here we go. Add the memory pocket on the machine. Okay, there's my egg. Select my egg. Set. All right, okay, so now I'm going to sew that. Now, okay, I need to lay my outer border fabric, you know, with the flowers on it, over this and sew that straight stitch again. Okay, now I could just go in and get that straight stitch egg, but it might not be in center. So I like to add My Design Center. I need the smaller egg, which is saved here in shapes, the flower. Get the egg, okay. All right, so how do I want to sew this? I'm going to lay my fabric down. I'm going to sew it as a straight stitch, okay. So we're going to go to Line Properties, Straight Stitch. I'll just grab another color, pink, okay. Line Bucket, click on the egg to turn it pink. Oh, I didn't get it. That time I did. Next. Set. Okay. Now, before I sew my fancy fill, I like to tack down the outer egg, okay? So we're going to go in and get that egg. So where is that one? Add. It's in My Design Center. Pocket, this time it's in my machine's memory. So pocket with the arrow pointing out. There, now the green egg was the little one, so I want the black one. Okay. Okay, and I can see it's the bigger one. How do I want it? I just want to sew a straight stitch. So Line Properties, Straight Stitch. I'll go orange. Okay. Line Bucket. Click on the line to turn it orange. So I've tacked down my fabric right outside the egg that I created and right outside the border. That way my fabric's not going to ripple as it's sewing the fancy fill in. Okay, so next, let it think. Don't press the buttons. Oh, set. Okay. All right. So now I want to sew the fancy fill. All right. So I'm going to go in to add my design center. Then I need both the big egg and the small egg. So I'll go in and get my small egg first. So I'm going to go to shapes, the flower. There's the small egg. Okay, the only reason why I have 3 is because I did this 3 times today. Okay, now I need the outer egg. That's saved in the machine's memory. So I'm going to go to the memory pocket with the arrow pointing out. Get the black egg, that's the bigger one. Okay. There, now I have the inner and the outer. Do I need to sew these again? No, I've already tacked down my fabric. So let's no sew those. So we're going to go into line properties, no sew, okay, line bucket, click on both those lines. Oh, I got an error message. It might already be a no sew. I think it is. So let's get that inner one. No, are they both no sews? I guess so. Now, if I would try to go to next, see, really, I have nothing on the screen because both are no sews. So to check that, if I try to press next, it's not going anywhere. And you're there, why isn't it going anywhere? Well, that's because you don't have anything on the screen. It's all a no sew. So now I get to go down to fill properties. Fill properties, go to your fancy fills, press select. Scroll up, find their fancy fill. Joni and I are always picking the same one. I guess when we did the pumpkins in the fall, we fell in love with this cute little one right here, and I thought it's just kind of a little whimsical thing. So 44, okay. All right, I'm just going to leave it as red. So red, okay. Fill bucket, see, I can see my fill right there. It's red, fill bucket. Click in the area in between the two, and there I filled it, okay? So next. All right, now here's where I make my decisions. And you could leave it this size. I think you'd see it better if it was smaller. I was in a hurry, and so I wanted to make mine bigger. So I pressed the 100%, and I went up to 120, okay. And probably I was in a hurry, so I went down here and I went to the lighter, but I wouldn't do that. I would keep it the thicker. And I think, see, I'm kind of disappointed in mine because I can't see my fancy fill really good. So I think I would leave, if I was doing it, you know, and I had plenty of time, I would keep that at 100%. But just know you can change the size. All right, now the other one is the outline. So right now it's going to stop to cut the jump stitches. I'm going to say 100 times. See how many times that stitch stops? So we're going to turn the outline on and okay. And it's going to do an outline. So now there's a line, and it's going to stitch to the next area instead of tying a knot, cutting the threads, pulling it to the back. You know, that'll take too much time. So here it'll stitch to the next area. Okay, so I'm liking what I see. Okay, I've got my fancy fill. So let's go set, okay. And I can hear Patty yelling at me right now to say, Gloria, save, you've done all that work. So save and save it on the machine, just in case I press the wrong button or whatever. Okay, so now I've done my fancy fill. I'm going to trim away that top fabric, and my next step is to sew the candle wicking. So we're going to go add my design center. Where is that egg? It's in shapes. The smaller egg is in shapes. And I'm going to go to the flower. Get that egg. Okay. There it is. Now I want to sew it. So I'm going to go to line properties, candle wicking. All right. And then, let's pick a color I haven't used. What I have a purple. And okay. Line bucket. Click on the line to turn it purple. Next. We always like our candle wicking bigger. So I'm going to go, this is the size. It's at 0.160. I'm going to bump that up. I'm in inches. Now, you go to settings, page 9, and to change it from millimeters to inches. So I'm going to go, even 0.2 isn't big enough, like 0.228. Then I'll like it. Let's press OK, and we can see them get bigger. So that's good. I may even like it bigger. The bigger the candle wicking is, the more it's going to cover your raw edge that's there. So you know what? I'm going to go up a little higher. I'll just go. Now I'm at 244. So now I've got a bigger candle wicking. Now, spacing, how close these are together. So let's go. Click on the spacing. It's at 0.040. So I'm going to make that smaller. I want them closer together. And I went down to 0.012. I just want to make sure that raw edge is covered. So now I'm happy. So set. Okay. So there's my candle wicking. All right. Now what do I need to do? I've got my candle wicking. I just need to sew the front to the back. Okay. So I'm going to go back in and get the big egg. I could... Where is the big egg? Who knows? I think it's easier just to go add My Design Center or IQ Designer. Where is it saved? It's saved in the memory of the machine. So pocket with the arrow. Get the black. The green one was the little one. The black egg. Okay. All right. I can see right now it's the bigger egg. Go to line properties. Right now it's doing a zigzag. I don't want that. I want straight stitch. We'll get a blue and okay. Line bucket. Click on the line to turn it blue. Then next. Set. Okay. It's going to go around twice. It's going to be a short stitch. Now, because I went in to My Design Center, every time it puts it right on top of itself. I don't have to move them. But if you make a copy, it's going to be offset and you're going to have to move it one on top of the other. So we're good. If I press center right now, I tried it earlier and it went off center. So I'm not going to touch any of that. I know because I went into My Design Center or IQ Designer that everything's one on top of the other. Okay, so now let's go to embroidery. I think I got all my steps, but we better check them over. Okay, right now I better press save and save it on the machine. Now remember, I sewed out one I did earlier. But let's go over our steps. I think we're okay. I had mine messed up. I think maybe let's check it over. Okay, so first thing we want to do is tack down our batting. Okay, so I'm going to go to plus minus, and then the next step is to tack down the fabric, the inner fabric. And I can see my cursor is on that smaller egg, so I'm going to tack down my fabric. Then, now it's going to sew the dots. It decides what order. Remember, I did my straight stitch first, and it's still, the machine decides what order at this point. So it's going to sew the green dots. Then it's going to sew my yellow dots. Then it's going to sew all the detail inside the egg. Now I can see where my cursor is. Okay, I'm going to lay my floral fabric down and I'm going to sew the straight stitch, and I can see that my cursor is on that smaller, so I know it's going to sew that one. So let's see, the next one should be the bigger egg. It's going to tack down that floral fabric. So I like to tack it down so my fabric doesn't ripple. Okay, so the next one should be the fancy fill. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And then the next one oh, candle wicking. I almost forgot. So you trimmed away the inner fabric and you're going to sew the candle wicking. And then you are going to sew the right sides together. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and check. Okay, so let's just go. Let's go to the beginning. All right. So I'm on step 10. So I'm gonna go my arrow down, and it's on 0. Okay. So I'm gonna just press OK and get out of that, and I want to turn on the projector. And the carriage of the embroidery unit will move. And I just want to double check that I can see that. See, remember, I'm not on the same one. And so I think, oh no, I just moved my egg. I just moved my egg. So I think if I go to move and center, okay, I wanted to move my projector. So there. So I should have waited for the beep. And I can see from the projector that it's going to be off a little. So yours won't be off. Yours won't be off. So I think to sew the last 2 steps, I already saved this, but let's just save it again. Save on the memory of the machine. And let's go in and get mine so I can sew my last 2 steps and I can show you how to sew the front to the back. Okay, so we're just going to go home. I know I saved the new one a million times, so I'm going to go home again. I want a blank screen. I'm going to go into embroidery. That's where my design is saved. Go to the pocket. And which one did I'm thinking it was this one, because it looks like I saved the one. There's no candle wicking on that one. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, so this one. I don't think I made that purple. Let's go back in. You know what I think I am going to do now? Because I am not sure. I guess maybe I didn't even put the candle wicking in. Where's my candle wicking? I don't even see it. Okay, let's check it again. Yeah, I don't see the candle wicking in there. So I'm going to select the last one I saved. Okay, set it. But I am not positive that this one is in the same position as the first one I did. So I'm going to click on my camera and I'm going to scan and OK. I'm going to make sure I have to back away from the machine, but I'm going to make sure that my design stay on the screen, Sophie, because that's the next thing that we're going to show. So it's taking the picture. I think it's going to scan one more time. Nope. Okay, it's going to center. Okay, now I want to zoom in and check that my candle wicking is right on top of the where I want it to be. So I'm just going to go, and I think I'll go to 150, and it looks like I'm okay. There is my design. Okay, the one underneath is mine. Do you see how that's not lining up? Oh my. Okay, so I am going to try. I'm gonna close that, and I think I need to move my whole design up. So I'm gonna go to edit. I'm hoping it's gonna move everything. I'm not positive it is. So let's press this button. And we want to select everything. And then I am going to move it up. It's really hard to see because I've selected everything. So let's unselect. Or maybe if I just press this button again. No, unselect. And we'll take a look. Oh, it's all pink. Maybe over here. Okay. So there, it looks like I'm covering. I'm going to take my chances. It looks like I don't see the fabric sticking out. I'm just going to go to 400 and then pan. So see my design is underneath. But let's go look at the candle wicking. No, see how my candle wicking isn't lining up? Okay, so I need to select everything again. All right, so I'm gonna select everything. So I wanna move the whole design up, and I can't see what I'm doing because it turned pink. I'm gonna go up 4 times. I'm gonna unselect, or I can press this button that deselects it. Okay, that's looking better. Okay, but now I'm gonna pan. I'm gonna look around. This is right on the edge. Let's look over here. I think I need to move it up a little bit farther. Over here, I can see underneath. I wish I could move this right now. Let's see if I can. It's not all selected though. So if I just save right there while I'm zoomed in, I'm going to go up by 2 and then unselect it so I can see it. And see, I've got that red line. I want to make sure, but see, don't worry about the red line because the red line is from the new design. So I'm looking at the picture underneath. So this is if you pop it out of the hoop before it's done sewing. I'm just looking at the candle wicking. I'm not worrying about anything else. I'm feeling like I can see that fabric. What do you think? I think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm good. This is going to happen to you sometimes, so it's good to know how to do it. So remember to select everything if you want to move, the last 2 steps. So I'm going to say, okay. All right, and we're going to go to embroidery. Now, I already sewed out everything except for the last 2 steps. So we're going to go to plus minus. So, and then go to step number 9 and 10. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go up. There I'm at 0. Now I'm at 10. I want to go to 9. There's my candle wicking. All right, I'm just going to sew, and we'll see how we did. I could have stayed with it and checked it even more. And this is, if you do make your candle wicking much bigger, then it's going to cover more. So remember, we made our candle wicking almost a 1/4 inch. And so because it's a 1/4 inch, if I was off a little bit, a couple millimeters off, it's still going to cover. So I think we're going to be okay. All right. So maybe I'll show them products and stuff while it's sewing, because I think this step probably takes I'm thinking about 6 minutes. Okay. Okay. So I will go home tonight and so I'm going to go home tonight. So somebody said maybe I needed to center. Maybe that would have been good too. But see, what I was worried about is that it seems like every time I go in to do it, if I picked a different size candle wicking stitch, the design is a different size. So that's why it wasn't going to match up exactly, Hi. Okay. And okay, so so how did I learn so much about this? Well, it was doing all the projects in the Mastering IQ Designer book. So I know most of you have it. Now, I just thought for a second, I left my chair right here, and I wasn't being careful, and my hoop could hit my chair and could throw everything off. So make sure you move your chair out of the way. Okay, and I always show my book because this proves that I used it a lot. Mine's fallen apart, but I really used it a lot. That's where I learned so much. And then also, they have the new video series. We could show them the video series. Oh, you do have the video series in? Okay, so we might as well show them that next. So if you already have the book, your next step is to take the video series, and everybody says it's really, really good. That I haven't gotten to watch, but I know the teachers that are teaching, and I know the people that wrote some of the projects, and they're really, really good educators. So I think that's our next step, is to start doing the projects from the video series. Okay, now I guess we'll go back up to the top and just run through products. Okay, so first one is our pastel fairy frost bundle, because we love fairy frost. So your fabrics may vary. So these are 5 half yards. So you need these. You can't live another day without this in your stash. Our favorite fairy frost. So these are half-yard pieces of the fairy frost. Okay. Next one is Kate put these together, and this is shadow play. We love shadow. This is another one that we just love. So shadow play, and she just looked for spring pastels. See me, Easter eggs. Easter to me is pastel. We put aside all of our winter clothes in burgundy and what other colors was I putting away this weekend? Well, mainly like burgundy and browns. We put all those away. They're gone. Yeah. And so now we're ready to wear pastels. And so Easter is when we break out those pastels. So these would just be good to have in your stash. And each one of these are half-yard bundles, right? Half-yard bundles. So you'll get a lot out of this. Okay. Oh, this one is 4. The shadow play is 4 half-yard bundles, where the fairy frost was 5. Okay, I'm gonna peek. Let's see. I don't know whether. Oh, it's looking pretty good. I can't believe it. It's looking really good. Okay, I would have spent a little more time on it if I had had time, and just I could have gone, up 1,000 stitches and turned the W plus foot on to see where the needle was going to go down. Okay, now if you need help with getting designs off of your computer and onto a flash drive and into your machine, this is a really good book. It was written by, this is Mark, some of you may remember him. He came with Christine Connor, and he's Mark Connor, and that's her husband, and she is the genius behind all the edge-to-edge embroidery designs. She's got, I'm going to put you on the spot, but when there's a new design today of hers, but it's in the lineup, so I'll just wait till we get there. Yeah, wait till you see it. So I guess she's been digitizing even more, not just edge to edge, but this is a really good book. Yeah. Okay. So now the next item. Oh, the next item is the Altair 2. I've got the Altair 2 in there, and that's it. So I don't even know how much it is, but it's like I don't think it's that much. So that's the price we're allowed to post. They have the map pricing, but come in the store, call Steve and John, and they can talk to you about. It has IQ Designer on it. It's a sewing and embroidery machine. We also have the Stellaire, and that we have a bunch of machines that have IQ Designer on it. We may have some used machines right now. I know one came in on Saturday, so we may have some used machines. So if you're dying to learn this, and join us every week with creating. It really is fun. It's really easy digitizing. So get yourself an Altair 2 or a Radiance or an Avenir. You will love it. Okay.
You want to do your fabric kit?
Yeah.
Your IQ Designer fabric?
Yeah, so that one right here. Okay. Okay, so this one, it just seems like it, and this one, the fabrics will vary. This was like our original kit, and I tell you what, the kits got even better as we went along. But these are just 12-inch wide, because that's all you need. Because the widest tube is 11 5/8. So you just need, so we have one that would be your center, and one that's your border. So on each one of those, you may not get these, you'll get different ones. So one that's the border, one that's the center. So same thing, here's the center, here's the border that goes with it. So you're gonna get 4 sets of 12-inch fabric, and that will be enough to do, like, I think, because you could switch it. You could put this in the center and this on the border. So I think out of each bundle, you'll get 2 eggs or 2 ovals. So you will get 8 projects out of this, at least. Now think about it. Wouldn't it be so cute to do this as a coaster? So you could do this smaller and do coasters. You'd have plenty of fabric to do coasters. Okay. Oh, we wanted John to come over to show us how to do but don't worry, he might be busy. Yeah, we'll get him to do. I wanted him to come over and walk us through putting the snap in. I'll get to that. Remember I promised you that? I was going to show you how to put the, so this was last week. No, was Steve last week? I can't remember anything.
I think it was last week.
Steve was last week? Or this was
I think
last
you
week?
were last
I
week.
was last
Yeah.
week making these cases. Yeah, it was really neat too. It was really neat how it turns and then you have no raw edges. Okay. Okay, then we have the wireless mouse. Well, might as well put the snaps in. But did you have them in the bubble? Okay, here it is. So you will need the snaps. This is just a really nice set of snaps. And it's got, I'll just open it up here so you can see. Now, like our description, so you'll get the tool to put the snaps in with. I got to get a refill pack. And then all these different color snaps. So this will get you going really good with making this, with doing the snaps. Okay. Now, to the next one is the mouse. So that one is a wired mouse. Yeah, yeah. So this is the wired mouse. Now we can put the other one in the bubble too, even if we don't have it here. But this one's a wired mouse, and I always said that I really like the wired one because I'm one to lose the mouse. I like that it's connected to my machine, so I have nothing to lose. And you know, with the other one, with the wireless, there's a little piece put in, but more people like the wireless, don't they? Like you like wire, or what do you like when you're doing your computer, Sophie?
I have a wired mouse.
Wired, yeah. Because are you one to lose it like me? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, so we have the wired mouse, and then she's going to put in the bubble next the wireless mouse. Because now on the Radiance and Avenir, you're able to use a wireless. If you don't have a Radiance or Avenir, it won't work on your machine. So, okay. Let's see how we're doing. It lined up. Sophie, so we're going to want to go back. Oh my gosh, it lined up. Oh, I can't believe it.
Good.
Okay, that's very good. Yes. Okay, so I have 2 more pieces of fabric here, and I made sure they were more than longer. They were longer than the original. So I'm looking at it. Oh, I wasn't too much longer. This is only going to overlap by like a 1/2 inch. Oh, well, that'll be fine. At least it's good. It has to overlap. And then I took it and I folded it in half. Okay. So we're going to go back to the machine and I'll show. Well, what I think they're going to have to see the project.
Okay.
Yeah, I should get out. I'm going to run in the other room real quick and get the tape. Okay. Oh, it's snowing. It's snowing. No. No. Oh, no. That's okay. It's snowing. And is it sticking? No, it's not sticking. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I've got my paper tape. I'm going to take one. It wasn't supposed to start snowing yet. Or was it? Right now? Oh, I thought not till late tonight. Yeah, it's kind of normal, right? We've had snow on Easter before, but we're so tired of it this year. That long stretch of cold that we had did us in.
That big snow, really.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to make sure that I'm over this line of stitching by at least a 1/4 inch. So you're going to want to cut yours a little bigger than I cut mine. Okay, I think I'm going to be all right. But I have no idea which direction it's going to sew. Usually I think it goes over this way, but just to be sure, I'm going to tape the corners to hold this in place. So, and I just mess that up. So I don't really like sewing through the paper tape, but the reason why we use the paper tape is because it doesn't gum up our needle. So I guess I shouldn't be worried about it. And it's the danger zone is this right here. Because if it goes down here, I'm all right. But then under here and your foot goes underneath and it crashes. So I want to make sure I have that taped down good. Kind of feel where it's going to sew. And I got this corner down here. I think Might as well get my tape and sew that, and then put my tape aside. So I'm good. So I'm just gonna press start. And I've got tape here and tape here. So I saw somebody say that their affidavit arrived. So, oh, look at that. So here, I got the tape stuck on the bottom of the foot. I better get that out of there. Yeah, actually, it's a whole hunk of tape. It's stuck to the bottom of the foot. It must have rolled over. That is not good, Sophie. It is not good. Okay, there, I got it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I better press on that. Make sure that I'm always aware of this, that it might flop down and get caught. And this one, I definitely want it to go around twice, so we did not turn that outline off. We're good. So this is fun, isn't it? You can find coloring book drawings. So that's what I searched for. I went Easter egg coloring book pages, something like that. And then it said, the one that I clicked on said 15 coloring book pages for you to print. And I clicked on that, and there was a whole bunch in there that looked good. Because if you just go Easter eggs, okay, check and rethread the upper thread. Okay, it's almost done. Okay, go here. Oh, now it's not pulling out easily. Okay, I can see the thread here. Is it still connected? Okay, now this is good for them to see. It's still connected here, so I'm gonna grab my snips or my scissors, because if there's any resistance at all, it could be getting caught somewhere. And so I'm gonna snip that thread. And if it isn't pulling out easily, did you see how I was kind of feeding it out? Now it just fell right out. So I know I'm okay, but I think it's still through the eye of the needle. So I'm gonna just grab it here. I don't see it, so I think I'm okay. And then we'll rethread. I didn't put a new needle in. I probably should have before I started to sew today. And it started back here, so I'm gonna just go back by like 20 stitches and then start again. It was almost done, so. And there we go. It is done. Okay. There. All right, so we'll take it up here. These over here. Yeah, just, yeah. There. Okay. Oh, I needed this today. I couldn't find mine, but we use this as our mouse pad, and your mouse doesn't work good without it. So it was kind of jumping around on me. So I've got my Kai scissors. I would think by now we made you all buy these, but I don't even think we have it in lineup. But they're serrated. They're every single person that works here, it's their favorite scissors. So I'm just going to leave like a 1/4 inch. Now, what do you think? Do you think I need to snip maybe at the top, maybe? A little bit of snipping so it turns smoothly. And I've got a piece of tape here. Get that off of there. slide this aside. Oh, I forgot to ask Joni. They want her to come to the Penguin game is this weekend, where we won that award last year. They're going to be picking the new award winners, which is wonderful. I contacted, all of you know that I need a new front door. That's, oh my gosh, anybody that's been here, I don't know. But anyhow, I contacted, it's 84 Lumber. 84 Lumber, and the 84 Lumber is the people that gave me the money. But, and so I promised the girl that handed me the check. I said, I'm going to get a new door and I'm going to get it from 84 Lumber. So I did call 84 Lumber, and they have a guy working on it. I mean, what the building was built in 1905, and the front door is a really odd shape, I guess. So it has to be a custom front door. So I have to wait and see how much that's going to be. But I thought, since they're the ones that gave me the money, and really, I ended up having to use the money, for the audit to pay the lawyers and everything. So, but still, I really need a new front door. I think I'm just going to do a couple little snips. I don't want to snip too close to the stitching, just a little bit, make it easier to turn. I'm thinking that bottom curve is going to turn easily anyhow. So go here and flip it. And then we seal it shut with the steam a seam too. Oh yeah, pinking shears works really good. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Then you don't have to snip. Okay, so look at that. Look how cute, right? We did it. Now see, you could have filled in more. I like it the way it is though. It's almost like you created your own fancy fill, right? And then it's hard to see. See if you can zoom in on the borders, Sophie, so they can see. I went single. I didn't do the double stitching because I knew I'd be in a hurry. So make sure you do the double stitching so you can see your fancy fill. Look at how good my candle wicking lines up because I use my camera. I use it all the time. I use the camera. I use the projector and the camera a lot. So all right, looks good. Okay, now, see, I thought I was just going to do an egg and put it on an apron. So I think that's what we have next are the aprons, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got a couple different ones. Okay, so we have first the black one. So this is OESD, their apron.
This is a drop down.
Oh, it has a drop down. Or the white, or black or a white. For Easter, I'd go white. You may want to have one on hand for Father's Day to make something barbecue and have a black one. Okay, now how about the next one is the Kimberbell, and it's really cute for spring because it's got the yellow stripes. Kind of looks like ticking stripe. And then where else can we put these? This is before I decided to do the egg. I was trying to think of what I was going to do with it. And so towels, really nice towels. So from Dunroven. Okay, so the first one is a set. And right, they're going to get 2 white and 2 cream. Mm-hmm. So you need to have these on hand. They're just really nice quality. They're 100% cotton, so they dry. They dry everything really good. And 2 white and 2 cream. So we're trying, Sophie and I are trying to, right? We're trying, because we want to start giving classes again. And our classroom area is out here. And we were just kind of unloading stuff out there. Because, tomorrow morning they have to get ready for the next show. So I said, if we could get these things back over to shipping tonight, then it was a nice atmosphere to walk into today, wasn't it? When it's all clean, yeah. So Dom came home from college and he was helping down in shipping, and then they didn't need his help anymore, and he came to me and I said, let's go over to the 308. I call this one 308, and he helped me clean. So the next one is, do you have the vintage tea towel with the blue trim. So perfect for putting your a cute egg, a little bunny, whatever. Okay. And then, oh, we have Tommy's Fancy Fills. Okay. So does it have a picture of them? It does, but it's little. But Tommy has really cute Easter Fancy Fills. And he's going to keep making these. He is working on, no, we've got him working on too much, but he is working on the 50 States embroidery designs. They're going to be doing the paper piecing tomorrow, I think at noon. Is that when they're going on? Let me see, Tuesday. Yeah. Oh, no. Tuesday at noon is Tiffany, but maybe she won't be here.
I don't think she's.
Okay, so noon tomorrow. Yeah, noon tomorrow. They're gonna do one of the 50 States blocks, the paper piecing. Okay, but Tommy is working on the other ones. His goal is to do 2 a day, and he's been doing it. So, but we're going to do it in paper piecing tomorrow, which is really fun. Okay, but Fancy Fills, and this one has baskets, and it has crosses and lilies and bunnies. Lots of 15 different Fancy Fills for Easter. Yeah, some cute little bunnies and stuff. Okay, the Baby Lock serger tool set. I don't think we need to show that.
You don't want to?
Nah, because it's, yeah. We'll let them show that on a serger thing. Okay. Oh, there, that thread cutter. So people are having a hard time with the Radiance and Avenir finding the thread cutter underneath. This mounts to the side of the machine where the old thread cutter used to be, and you just stick it on your machine. You can put so here it'll be like that on the side of your machine, and you'll either go under to cut it or over to cut it. You can do it either way, and that's easier to find. Okay, now modern prayer. Oh, this is brand new. We haven't made this one yet, but this is, Little House on the Prairie, and this is the post office, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the post office. It's hard to see. It comes with the carriage, or what do they call it? Stagecoach, a bench, a horse, and a sign. Here we go. Here's better pictures. I'll go like that. Okay, that's better. So yeah, so it has a sign for the post office. It has the post office. It has the stagecoach and a horse, a bench. So all of those, and this is the Little House on the Prairie scene. Okay. And now, perfect alignment laser. So this, I thought, did I put this on bargain? I was going to. I
don't think so.
Let's go. I only have 3, okay? And this, it attaches to your machine, or even where you're hooping. It's really nice to have it, or on your machine, and it's got a real big X. And I was gonna, just these 3, bargain them at $39.88. So Sophie's going to change the price on that. Patricia, it would be the same as last year. We've been keeping him too busy. So he told me, now I don't think, sometimes he changes his mind, but he told me that his next embroidery elegance was going to be vases, and he has one done. I'm going to run get it, just so people know that he's working on that along with the 50 States. Oh, there it is. Okay. There. So he is doing vases in IQ Designer. So this is going to be, or he's doing it in the software. So vases or candle holders. Okay. Now, okay, here we'll throw this one in. We're being really clean today. We're trying. Okay. Now did I mark the price? Let's see. Click on one of those and I'll see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so I did. Now this is really cute, and we only have 2. Farm Fresh. It's from Lunchbox Quilts. It's all of these designs. So you can make the quilt. The instructions for the quilt is there, but you could put baby chicks all over things, and barns and roosters. There's a lot of people that like to have roosters in their kitchen. They're gone. Okay, so I just did them a half off. I have more of her things that we'll do again on Thursday night. This one is really good. Look at this one, Wilderness Wildlife. Only 4 of these left, and yeah, we have them at half off. So they're regular $49.95. Look at all these designs, the bear, baby bears, trees and mountains and everything. Full directions for making, I think these quilt blocks are there too. That's a bear's paw quilt block. It's gone. Okay. And then we have Quiltosaurus. So there's all the different dinosaurs. And this one too is at half off. There's only 3 left. So the name of the dinosaur and the embroidery design and the instructions on how to do the quilt too is in here. Yeah, I think when he gets this done, it's going to be spectacular, the vase. Yeah. Okay. All right. And, so we got to ship this back. We don't want to. Maybe we should wait for them to call for it.
Do you think?
I do. So this is the wedges designs from We Love to Stitch. We love everything they do. This is an embroidery design. So this is their placemat. So you make the wedges, okay? Then you sew them together, and then you put that all under, and you put this circle on top. So that's very colorful. Here's a nice one for fall, Thanksgiving. Look how big they make their candle wicking. Really big. Mine isn't even close. I think I need to start making mine even bigger because it really looks good, doesn't it? So, okay, so here's another one. Here they used a border fabric, and that really looks nice. So it's placemats and table toppers. And depending on how big you make your wedge, determines how big the table topper is going to be. It's beautiful. Their stitching is gorgeous. They really like doing a contrasting thread. I got to do that more. Like, see mine, you can't see it. And like, there's very little purple in here, yet they picked a purple. I should have done something like that so you could see it better. The fancy fill, because they're so pretty, you want to see them. Okay, let me show you a couple more. All right. Here's one for fall. Beautiful. And I've seen people posting their finished projects. Here's another. This one was done with a border print. And here, just colorful. Their colors are always wonderful. So, yeah, Kathy. Well, that's, Kathy said, I wish we sold Pfaff machines. I started selling Viking, and that implosion of the company and everything, but like, you never know. These Tommy and Steve want to grow, and so do all the young people. They want to grow. They want this business to last forever. And so you never know what we're going to do in the future. They've got all kinds of plans. They're working on things. And I just said, let me rest. Let me sleep in one day a week. And I think of Fridays, right? We're tired of Fridays. Yeah. So you never know what we're going to do. I think they want to expand. They definitely do. So I'm hoping they do. And then that I'm going to turn over everything to them. And then I'm going to be an employee. Yes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I know. It would be. I think after that, the audit, it did me in. It was like, I can't handle this. But yeah. All right. What one next should I do? Oh, so we have the pre-wound bobbins. Okay.
Just the black ones.
The black ones. So pretend these are black. You get 25 of them in a package. And then it's a case to keep them in too. So this is the 60 weight embroidery thread, and the one she has in the bubble is the black. So there we go. Okay. Well, thank you, Diane. That's a nice compliment. Thank you. I love doing it. I really do. Tommy loves digitizing.
That's a bargain.
Yeah. This one's a bargain. Did we mark it down? We did.
Oh, we did. 1888.
What's it supposed to? What was it before?
Let's see.
She's looking up what regular price was.
$29.99.
Okay, to $18.88. I think we should take it down to $16.88. I'm thinking most people already have this. Maybe, maybe not. But it's quilt block pumpkins from OESD. I'm just clearing out things to make more room. And, you know, no one's going to be interested in making pumpkins again until like probably August, right? And so, yeah. Yeah, well, we can't because Christy, we got Tommy busy doing that 50 states, and we want him to focus on that because we want that ready for people to sew for Memorial Day, not just 4th of July, but yeah, the next shipment of the fabric is coming in May. I have to double check with them that I have enough on order. They seem to think I have tons on order. Oh, I have to show them the quilt that Joni's working on. Oh, wow. Well, I'll show them another day. I must have put it away. Oh, here it is. Okay. So they are, not only are they working on their projects for the event, but they thought people coming to the event are going to want. So this is the fabric line that we are using at our event. Isn't this the prettiest fabric ever in the history of the world? It just reminded me because the Northcott, they feel like I've ordered a ton of their fabric. And here I called this company and I said, I need more. Do you have more? I need more. It's for my event. I need more. They rounded up every single bolt of fabric they had. They didn't even ask me. And it turned out we ended up with like 60 of this panel. And I thought if people are making pillows and mine's going to be a votive using this fabric too, that they would want a quilt to go with this. So that's what Joni's working on right now. She's working on a quilt that is going to go with everything that you're making at our spring event. Okay. Now, I got to show them the new Amelie Scott design. Yeah. It's got, So we just came in, but look at how good this looks. You tell me if I need to move it, but look at these. Look. It's like, zoom way in. Hopefully, like if I pull up this way, sometimes the comments cover things there. Okay, that's boom. I don't know whether I like the boom, but I love the inside, the eagle, and I like these pinwheels, right? You put those on your bike and ride around town with them. I love this. I love it. So it's by Amelie Scott Designs. It just came out. We just got it like on Friday. Patriotic flyers. Okay, and then we'll skip down to the stash builder. And they don't even need to see that, but it's really good fabric. What it is as we're making our kits and as we're cutting the yardage for people, it gets to the end of the bolt where there's only like 3/4 of a yard or 7/8 of a yard. So that's what we make these stash builders. So Ruth Ann makes sure that you get more than 5 yards. It's at least 5 yards. So, and stitch eraser is the next one. And the stitch eraser, this is a little shaver, and it's set, the blade is set back a little bit so it will not catch your fabric. So it's different than a hair shaver or beard shaver. It's set back a little bit so you don't catch the fabric. And you shave the back of your embroidery design and then just pull it out from the front. Somebody just asked how big this is. I should have thought to look that up. Largest design. Okay, the largest designs are 2.5 by 9.5 and 9-inch by 7.5. Finished size is 17.5 by 37. I love it. Really neat. So she has branched out and she is doing a lot of digitizing. Look there's a quilting design in there too, right here. And like arrows and stars. We don't even see them here, but they're used to quilt the table runner. So you see the stars right here? So really nice. Yeah, 17, what was it again? 17.5 by 37. Okay, I think we're good. You think we did good? Yeah, there's other things in the lineup. You can click on it, right? If they click on the,
Shop all.
yeah. So it goes down for an hour, about an hour, because then they upload it to our website and to our app and everything. So it takes them about an hour to do that. And then you could shop all. And remember that shipping is only $8 and it's free at only $75. And shop till you drop. And thank you all so much. This was a fun one to teach. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you get started on some projects right away. I think I would play with it even more and fill in some more areas with color. But who knows? I mean, it's nice, simple like this too. Okay. Oh, created a monster with the lint remover. Isn't it great? I mean, my sweater, I wouldn't wear it. I had so many pills. Now I'm wearing it again. And I can't believe how much lint is inside that little shaver. Yeah, if you don't have our lint shaver, you got to get one. So, okay, everyone, thank you all so much. I'm going to go home and make sure that my directions are correct, and we're going to post those tomorrow. See you tomorrow, noon, for Deb and Kendallin. And then Steve has something neat to show you on the Bernina at 3 o'clock.